Music makes the world go round. And it's been a long time since I did a video about music. We're going to fix that today, so don't go away. Hello everybody, and welcome to Fat Guy Productions. I am Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And yeah, music makes the world go round. Music is for everybody, okay? It doesn't care if you're white or black or gay or straight, Christian or Muslim. There is music out there for everyone. And that's one of the wonderful things about music. It also doesn't care where you're at in your life at that time. If you're sad, music will boost your spirits. If you're feeling amazing, music can be an outlet for those feelings and let the whole world know, hey, I'm feeling alive and fantastic today. Music is a wonder. It's been way too long since I brought you a music video. So today we're going to bring you a look at a new turntable. Kind of excited. All right, so you know I love Fluence, and I have two Fluence turntables in my house. Well, that doesn't stop me from wanting to bring you alternatives. So when Audio Keeper asked me if I wanted to take a look at one of their turntables, I said yes. Now listen, it would be really easy for me to let bias creep in, because I really do love my Fluence. But I'm going to do my very best to stay impartial, okay? There may be some comparisons drawn, because Fluence is what I know, and so, you know, we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to try and be fair in my comparisons. All right, I'm trying to give them a fresh look with an unbiased mind, and we'll see what they have, okay? So this is the Audio Keeper LP9. An interesting turntable, because this comes in colors, okay? I'm kind of excited to see that. If I'm not mistaken, you can get this in yellow, blue, or green, and I believe this is a blue one. And right off the bat, it's packaged solid, and I want to show you this. See this little crunch here, and down here, that crunch there? That was all in shipping, all right? But it looks like they packaged this really solid, and so I have nothing but the highest hopes that the turntable in here is still 100%. So, good solid packaging. Let's see here. What do we got? Bluetooth connectivity, easy to adjust counterweight, high precision tone arm. It's got phono line in. It's got power, audio in, audio out, ground, Bluetooth. So this is a Bluetooth turntable, which is really nice if you want to go with a very simplistic system. You can use a Bluetooth turntable and just a pair of powered speakers that offer Bluetooth, and you can have vinyl. You're listening to your music in vinyl. You don't need a receiver at all. So yeah, that's nice that it is a Bluetooth turntable. And let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box, starting with fully manual belt drive Bluetooth hi-fi turntable, the Keeper LP9. And it comes with, I see, a ground cable and a little RCA cable and an adapter. What is with these companies? This is not a Keeper problem. This is, Fluence did it too. It's just a little Chinso plastic adapter for 45s. Really, you couldn't spring for a nice metal one or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Power brick, nice and small. It's amazing. That's all it needs. It's amazing to me. All right, let's put that over there. Okay. This is probably the Platter. Or is it Platin? I always get that confused. Not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes. Anyhow, it's the disky thing that the record sits on. All right, here we go. Ooh. So far, so good, folks. A nice aluminum platter. Here is the drive belt, and they did the very cool thing in that the drive belt is attached to this little ribbon here. And this is so it makes it easier for you to put it over the drive spindle. Really nice. Okay, very good start. Very good start. And then a really nice thingy. It sits on that. Okay, you get one. I are intelligent. Woo. Like I said, the platen is not the platen, but gosh, I am so confused today. The plinth, platen, platter, all these things. A platen is from a 3D printer. A platter is from a turntable, and a plinth is the body of the turntable. And I can see the blue in it. It looks really cool. I'm actually pretty excited about it. All right. Let's move this for a second. The dust cover. I guess that's all in one thing here. I got an idea. See, I don't have my table over here today because I think it sometimes gets in the way. And so, you see how I'm doing this. Doing it a little different than I normally do. But what we can do is we can put it up on top of the box here. Now, I am going to set this up and show you all of that. And the sad news is, I don't know. I don't know if it's sad or not. I can't let you hear it. But really, are you going to be able to judge the audio quality by me filming me playing music on this in speakers in my room? No, you're not, okay? So I'm going to have to do my very best to try to... Ooh, very pretty. I'm going to have to do my very best to try to describe to you the audio quality of this. Wow, that's real nice. Audio keeper on top, crystal clear. Very nice, very nice. So far, so good. All right. So I will do my best. Now listen, I consider myself to be a bit of a wordsmith. And so I have a pretty solid vocabulary that will help me describe how this plays and sounds. Wow. The problem is going to be, I do not consider myself an audiophile. I'm a guy who likes music, and I like to listen to my music on vinyl turntables, So, to me, things either sound good or they don't. Okay, you get some of these audiophiles, they can pick out the basses, tones, and the audio spectral. Look at that. they have a lot of abilities that I don't have. So I'll do my best. That's all I can say. The proof will be in the pudding if you decide to get one of these. Now, I'm going to put the price of this right here, right now. Audio Keeper has a lot of offerings out there. So if this isn't your bag, there's a lot of other turntables out there for you. So keep that in mind. You'd have to check out their website. I'm going to put that right here so that you can go ahead and get to the website and check it out. All right. So here's a little foam block. And twist tie. Okay, so far it looks really nice. The tone arm has a sort of a carbon fiber vibe to it. Is it really carbon fiber? I have no way of knowing. I will do a little research and maybe put a little note here. As a matter of fact, while we're at it, let's go ahead and pop the specs up right now. Okay. Now, it does use an Audio-Technica cartridge. That is not a negative, okay? I like the Audio-Technica cartridges. I just don't like them as much as I like my Ortophone Red, all right? It's very cool looking. It's got kind of a matte, textured finish for the blue, but it's not the heaviest turntable in the world because the plinth is plastic. And that concerns me a little bit. And then here's another thing that I'm a little concerned about. Here's a vibration dampening foot. Here's one. But then the back ones are just solid legs. So unlike some that have just 3 vibration-proof feet, this doesn't have that. You might see an issue with that. We've got our phono, power, RCAs, ground, Bluetooth signal, Bluetooth on and off. And let's go ahead and, okay, there we go. Let's put the platter on. Oh. So far, so good. Perfect? Maybe not. But I can't even say that for sure. Okay, that feels really smooth. Very nice. All right. And then what you do is you pull up the little ribbon here and you use it to pull the drive belt out and away, and then you hook it down and over the little spindle, like so, right? And then you just pull the ribbon out, and there you have it. Okay? That's all there is to that. Okay? And then there you have it. Okay. And then over there. Okay, now let's take the mat, the slip mat, put that on. Looks really nice. Oh. Looks really nice. And then we can take it this way. Okay. All right, and then pretty typical of the dust cover. It just goes into these little clips here. So you can put it on or take it off, whichever you prefer. My house always, look at that, there we go. My house always seems dusty, so I keep these on and down. Even when I'm playing music, I'll put them down. All right, let's open this up. Let's get the little cap off the stylus. Yeah, we've got 33 1/3 or 45, and then you've got a pitch knob here. You've got anti-skating. You've got the counterbalance weight. Let's get the instructions out real quick and see what the settings should be on that. All right. Turntable is the Platter. Yes, like I said, the Platter. After I finally got my head out, I figured it out. Okay, let's see here. And what we're doing is we're just making sure that the drive belt, it will self-center itself on the bottom of the Platter and on the little spindle. So we're just doing that. Okay. All right, so the first thing we have to do is unlock the tone arm. Push this out of the way. And now we can take the tone arm, put it here, and you see it just drops like a rock, okay? Well, we can't have that. So we're going to back the weight off. All right, I'm kind of stumped here. Normally, this would just freely turn, okay? This one is not moving at all. There's a little set screw here that I think is the answer. So I'm loosening that. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't mention that in the instructions at all. So that's a thing. Okay, so basically I want to back this out until we balance. There we go. Okay, a little bit. Jeez. It's almost off. Okay. Hold this and I'll zero this back out. Okay, that's 0. And then it said the weight should be 3.5 grams.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and go set this up and play some music on it and see what's going on. So give me a second. We'll get it to the other room and get it set up, and we'll give it a shot. So let's go ahead and pop an album on here. Okay, so let's talk about this. It's cool. I like it to a point. But I don't know, and this is just me, I don't know that I would choose this over my Fluons. All right? Just the truth. I don't like the plastic plinth. It's a perfectly serviceable, nice unit, especially, for maybe like a dorm room or something, and then if you really dig the colors, the yellow, the blue, the green, you see the blue looks fantastic. It's really neat looking. But the Fluence just feels more like a finished product. This is more like a beginner level turntable, okay? This might be the turntable you buy to start your journey into vinyl records, okay? I don't know that this would be a choice later on down the road. I equate this to the Audio-Technica turntable, the LP120 or whatever it is, 110. I forget the nomenclature. I'll put that down here. I parallel this to that, okay? Again, it's a perfectly serviceable turntable, and if this is your bag and your price range, this may be the way to go for you. As for me, I'm probably not going to be making a change anytime soon. Now, they do have a lot of other offerings, stepping things up, okay? And if they want to send me a higher level turntable, I'd be happy to give them a second look, because they certainly have deserved, an opinion and a review. And if they want to step up and do something higher, then I'll be happy to take a look at that. But as it is, here it is. This is the Audio Keeper turntable, and it is what it is. All right. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a giant thumbs up, click subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss one of my videos, especially if I do any kind of a follow-up on this turntable. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. And if you have this turntable and you have any feedback on what I did wrong, on why I couldn't balance the tone arm, or any of the other things that I've talked about here, please put it down, because I know we would all love to hear your thoughts on this turntable. All right, that's going to do it for today. I hope the rest of your day is full of fun and music and happiness and great things. Until next time, this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions saying, be good.